Hello, my wonderful viewers, and welcome to another episode of Betty Adams Overanalyzes. Today we are going to take a look at the contained tragedy of Kaiju number 8, chapter 85. The tragedy of Kaiju number 15, the brainy ballerina. The kaiju that Kaiju number 9 specifically created, gave birth to take out Kokoru Shinomiya, to counter the Defense Force's greatest weapon. They're the linchpin of the future Defense Force. Because the brainy ballerina, because taking out Kokoru was so important, Kaiju number 9 had to pour a lot into this kaiju. A lot of power, a lot of specialized ability, because Kokoru was such a brutal brawler when put in a Defense Force suit that he could not trust a simple raw power to take her out, as Kaiju number 10 demonstrated. And so Kaiju number 9 had to pour intelligence specifically aligned to counter Kokoru's, into this Kaiju number 15. And like so many scientists and engineers who pour a ton of processing power into a creation, what Kaiju 9 got out of it was something he was not expecting. What Kaiju number 9 got out of it was the need for love. Something that I really don't think Kaiju number 9 was expecting, and I really don't think Kaiju number 9 knew how to respond to. Of course, Kaiju number 9, being an utterly goal-focused scientist and engineer, immediately tries to turn this to his advantage to reach his goal. So we see this scene. We see Kaiju number 9 sitting on his throne deep at the bottom of the sea in some sort of cave. We see stalactites and stalagmites, so we know that he's not just underwater, he's underground. So he's under the ocean bed in some deep cavern. And here he's sitting on his throne. He has the lingering remnants of Iso Shinomiya's face on, and he's looking straight ahead. And Kaiju number 15, in her little undeveloped, barely hatched baby girl form, is sitting on his lap, smiling up on him, and he's just not looking at her. He's staring straight ahead with a dead expression on his face. And she asks him, "Do you love me?" And it takes him a second to respond. He's busy with his goals, with processing the Iso Shinomiya out of him, bringing that intelligence and power to heal. And his first reaction is, as if he's only barely focusing his attention on her, as if she was distracting him. And he says, "Love you, huh? And you can see that already she's feeling the pain of rejection, because she has so much of Iso Shinomiya's knowledge of Kokoru in her. Kaiju number 15 knows that this is the wrong reaction. In this moment, you can see it in her face. She already knows that this is a no. The fact that he didn't have an instant response is already a no. And he responds to her actually fairly honestly in this first response. He said, "I made you to kill Kokoru Shinomiya." He just lays out straight out that she was created for a goal. She was a tool to be used. And she starts to cry, to weep. Now, here's the part where I am actually not too sure about Kaiju number 9's response. I'm not too sure about how well he understands the concept, and so I'm not sure if he's being honest or dishonest here. So he tells her, "If you become stronger than her, then I'll love you." And he actually seems to be interacting with the idea. His face holds, for a second, just holds some expression, like almost as if he's pleased with the idea. And this just fills little Kaiju number 15 with delight, and gives her a goal to reach for. And as the time goes on, Kaiju number 9 continues to focus on his goal and has less and less time and attention for Kaiju number 15. It becomes clear that later he is clearly just manipulating her. But you have to wonder in this moment, Kaiju number 9 barely understands the human world. He just absorbed General Director Iso Shinomiya, and he's absorbing him with the purpose of turning that information into a weapon. He's probably not processing all of that emotional stuff that he picked up. So my question is, in this moment, does Kaiju number 9 know that he is lying? Is Kaiju number 9 actively lying to Kaiju number 15 in this space? Does, in this moment, Kaiju number 9 actually think that, yes, love, this is an emotional biochemical reaction to your offspring, and analyzing it as this completely alien creature that he is? Did he look at Iso's memories and say, okay, you organisms have some sort of biochemical reaction to their offspring that's called love? And he goes, yeah, I can probably have that for my offspring here. Or was this from the beginning 100% cold-hearted manipulation? I don't think so. I don't think it was 100% cold-hearted manipulation, because every time she asks him, he has to stop and think about it. And that stopping and thinking about it and pondering it obviously shows to Kaiju number 15 that there's something not right about his response. And I think had he been cold-heartedly, deliberately planning on manipulating her and holding up this false promise of love from the beginning, he would have been savvier about it, maybe a little bit more enthusiastic. Maybe the next time she asked, he wouldn't have hesitated with his answer. Because of that hesitation, because of the pondering, I think in the beginning, he genuinely thought, when she asked for love, I think he thought that according to his understanding, as a positive reaction to your offspring, he thought he could have that to her. But as both her understanding and his understanding of the concept developed, that's when the cold-hearted manipulation began. And ultimately, of course, his goal of taking over the human world was far, far more important than her, than Kaiju number 15. So, that's kind of my question. What do you think? In the beginning, in that first thing, when little Kaiju number 15 is sitting on Kaiju number 9's lap as he finishes processing out the last of Iso Shinomiya, when he turned and smiled at her and said, "Become stronger than Kokoru and I'll love you," in that moment, did Kaiju number 9 actually believe his own words? Or was this all just cold-hearted manipulation from the beginning? What do you think, my wonderful viewers? Did Kaiju number 9 in that moment actually think that he was capable of loving his daughter? Did he think, was he actually speaking the truth in that moment and only discovered the fact that he wasn't capable of that later? Or was it all cold-hearted manipulation from the beginning? Tell me what you think in the comments below. I'd really, really like to hear your thoughts on this. Hit that like and subscribe button. Look forward to the next chapter dropping tomorrow, and peace out, my wonderful viewers.